want to hard code my value. I need to pass my attribute value dynamically. So what we can do here is I'm defining a string variable in the type of private string description var. So by default, I'm making it as a blank, null, public. I'm creating a constructor. I'm creating a constructor. If you want to pass any values, if you want to bind any expression on execution dynamically, then you can define something your constructor like this value. So what I'll say, this dot. If I say this, it means that I'm referring to the same object, isn't it? That's what we discussed before, right? If I say this, I'm referring to the same object value in the memory pool. So whenever I'm creating my batch, all I can do instead of this, I can say this. Control Z. This. Either I can use direct or I can also mention this. This keyword you can only use if the methods are not non-static. If the methods are static, then you can't use this keyword. System will not allow. You will get a compile error itself. So now, because this method is a non-static method, I can use this variable without any doubt. So I can pass my value here, saying that we can execute. Now we can see batch jobs is 20 because I mentioned like batch jobs is 20 or something else number. Okay, I mentioned batch job should be 1 because I mentioned 1000 records. So 20 within 1000, yes, then batch job is 1. You can see the data, how we are binding this data, batch job is also 1. How we are binding? We created a constructor, we created a global, public variables at a class level, and while creating an object, we are processing our necessary information. Either this is one way that you can pass, the other way also you can pass object dot, let me create another variable, private date time dt. So I can also do this one, object dot dt equal to system dot now. So what I'm doing, instead of binding anything here, I'm trying to bind a data from here. Here I can say dt. So one thing I'm passing through constructor, one thing I'm directly assigning through object. Instead of private, I need to use public because I can't expose my private variable outside of a class. You can't access private variables. So it should be a public. What if I execute now? Here I need to let me update skills, execute. Now what happened? Either you can define a variable with a constructor type. If you think that you have too many parameters that you need to pass, you can also assign directly value to the global variable instead of worrying about parameterizer constructor. So if I can go here, you can see, because all this data in this case we are passing our data everything from the developer console while execution statement. Nothing has been hard coded here, isn't it? If I go to logs, you can see chunk handler, right? Let me put batch size is 1. You'll get more than one chunk handler. Executed. You can see how many chunk handlers you got it. 1. Okay. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many you got it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 chunk handlers you got it. Right? This is called execute apex. It's not something like this. Is called the processing data. Now this is the method that is the finish method. This is the start method and this is the finish method. Now if I open the batch apex here, then this is the finish method. In finish method we have a debug statement batch updated. This is the start method. Starting of a batch and finishing of a batch. Here you can see a query locator, account batch, aggregate, select ID, name, comma, description, SOQL queries and all this stuff. So every batch apex, the starting of a batch apex will execute start method and the finish will execute at batch apex finish method. Why we need, what benefits you will get? The benefits you will get from here, the benefits you will get from batch apex, governor limits will increase. Why increase? Every transaction, let's say number of SOQL query per transaction is 100. If I'm executing my batch apex for 1000 record, I mean multiple times, right? Instead of executing first job, I will get 100 limit. The next batch again it will come 100 records. So what happens? Every time of execute method get finished, the governor limit will get reset. So it means that you have a capability to process much information. Generally you can't do with a synchronous apex. Clear? So you'll have a more generic limits, and the batch apex is which is asynchronous. There is no wait time for users. Let's say if I'm updating something, my trigger is running too much long. What happens? My record save time also takes more time. So user have to wait. For a batch apexes and all, user is not supposed to wait. User can continue his work. The batch will take at a background. So there is no performance. User will never feel there is any other process which is running and taking a more time to save records. Batch apex will run at a backend. Clear? Any doubt on this?